And up next we got Art for Truth here. Let's put our hands together.
Thank you, everybody. As always, good Amblin. Thank you for doing this, putting this on, letting us be here, and Mulligans for having us and doing all the work to keep us good and loose. So thank you, and everybody here for your ear and your time. All right, here's a little song, a little story I'm going to tell you here. This one's called Monkey Mushrooms. Well, let me tell you a little story. Takes place many million years ago, down in little old Africa. Oh yes, in the desert sand, that was once fertile land, where we all come from. There was a monkey. Oh, and he liked to run around his stomping ground, where all the buffalo, antelope, and other herd animals were found. And one day he was stomping around looking at the ground. He saw a mushroom. Yeah, thrown in a pile of shit. And the monkey had an idea. Oh, this was food right here. Maybe I'll go ahead and try it. So the monkey ate the mushroom, and his monkey eyes grew a little bit wider, and his monkey brain grew a little bit larger. And he began to hear things that he couldn't hear before. And he began to see colors, oh, that weren't in front of his eyes before. And after a while, the monkey wanted a little more. He thought, hey, this is pretty cool. So he looked for more mushrooms in the stool. He had fallen in love with the monkey mushroom. So the monkey kept eating the mushroom. And he brought him to his little monkey buddy. And he says, you guys gotta try this, it's quite a trip. So all the monkeys started eating these mushrooms. And they started finding them in more piles of shit. And all the monkeys' eyes started to grow a little bit wider. And they all began to run away from their predators a little bit quicker. More than survive. And they were able to expand their little monkey minds. They developed culture, and they began to talk to each other. Oh boy, did the monkeys begin to grow. Eating the monkey mushroom. There's actual anthropological and biological evidence that we have discovered today that seems to say that the reason that the hominid brain grew so large in such a quick way was because of the psilocybin type mushroom that our evolutionary ancestors found growing on the ground. And they ate these mushrooms and their societies proliferated. And their brains became open and they were able to see things and consciousness was able to evolve because God could finally speak to them. Through his greatest friend, the monkey mushroom. In fact, some people even hypothesize that the forbidden fruit was actually devised by the devil so that we would not eat the monkey mushroom and learn to talk to God ourselves. So I heard about these little monkey mushrooms. I said, oh wow, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, if they're that beneficial and they help the human mind and help us evolve, then I might be able to get these things anywhere. So I'm going to go down to the grocery store. I walked there right across the street. I with my 2 feet. And I went up to the guy at the produce section, and I said, hey, I'm looking for them psychedelic mushroom trees. Do you have them here? And he said, yeah, wait right here. And he went to go get them. And he came back with these 2 men in blue uniforms. They had badges and guns. And they took me away. And they brought me in front of the judge. And the judge said, those mushrooms, they're illegal. Here's 25 years. What the fuck? Oh my God! How can you live with these fears? I mean, the mushroom has helped us grow and evolve. And it's made us something that given us a mystery that we have yet to solve. And we can keep moving on and learn to understand and become one with the conscious mind and become better women and men. Don't you see, Judge? Isn't it the human nature to experiment with these things that could help us grow? Because the mind always wants to know. I mean, Judge, how do you think we evolved in the first place? And the judge looked at me and he said, there's no such thing as evolution. Here's another 25 years! Oh no! Oh God! Why is it doing this to yours? See? The thing that you grew us in our needs. Oh, so we can discover how to talk to you and live better and be one with people and understanding, love, harmony, and compassion. It wouldn't surprise me if your one begotten son, as they see Jesus Christ, ate his fair share of the fucking mushroom. Oh yeah, we love it so much we broke a string. So here we sing it. We have to come to a better place in order to save the conscious mind of the human race. And we have to do it with love and not hate and disgrace. We should get all our fucking leaders together around a campfire in the woods with a bunch of concerned people. Give them all a big, big, big fat dose of the fucking mushroom. Thank you very much, everybody. All right. Well, that's appropriate. Sure. Because we are going to switch to spoken random noises. Not quite random. Is there such a thing? Yes, check. Check.
Have you seen this one?
Check. Yo. Okay, yes.
No.
Chim. 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 Nice. Chim. Nice.
This is also
Yeah. Chim. Chim. Yep. Chimmie-chuuaw. Chimmie-chuuaw. Chim.
He's trying.
Chimmie-chuuaw.
He's trying.
I like it just the way you did it.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. All right. Thank you. That was fun. So we're going to stick with the microphone. Oh, hey, we got two. Oh, I could make this really fun. For now, I'm going to stick with the normal microphone. I'm actually going to speak for a moment. First of all, I really love this opportunity that we all have to be here in a bar doing our thing, and also being able to share and reciprocate with each other with ideas and thoughts and music and love and passion. So this is a beautiful thing. And all of us make this up. So let's give everybody here a round of applause for the love of this place and the love of the possibilities that can come from this place. Because it's really a wonderful thing. And this is a time where we have to really be paying attention to shit. Really more than ever. And the things that we need to be paying attention to is how we can continue to make cracks of love through the walls of hatred that our systems and institutions have put around all of us. Woo! And they have, thank you. And we have to do that every little step of the way. Every little bit matters. It can seem overwhelming when we have people in power from executive down who are obviously self-serving. They're serving interests that are not in the interests of the people, whether it's blue or red or any of the sides of the spectrum. The power position people are not doing things for the rest of the 99% of the population. That is just a simple, provable fact. And if we are going to live in a democracy, if we are going to evolve as people, as a race, as a human race, as a species, as a planet, as life, as evolution, which we are all evolution, if we are going to really grasp this and take this someplace, we absolutely have to start seeing that we need to be together. And that any dichotomy, any sort of thing that says, hey, fuck you, you're this, that, blah, 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 whether any side of the spectrum, we need to start being more reasonable, compassionate, and logical about how we deal with these situations. It doesn't matter if it's the witches who are starting the fire or the Puritans, they're still burning people at the stake. And if we're gonna not burn people at the stake, then we have to figure out ways in which we can work together. Part of that is in the overwhelming, daunting reality of imminent global catastrophic destruction, war, financial and economic disaster in our own country, the likes of which we've never seen. Even with all of these things looming heavily above us, how we beat this, how we survive this, is the small bits of love and compassion that each of us give to each other, everybody, stranger, homeless person, anybody that they deal with on a daily basis. Even if it's through a compassionate nod and smile, or not doing something more about yourself than another person, all these little things. And the most important element, I think, in order to make this happen, I believe this is something, one great gift that we have been given over the years, something that we need to embrace, is the energy of forgiveness. Because without being able to forgive everybody who does something that you're not going to like, because that is going to happen, maybe on a daily basis, we can't make a connection with ourselves and our own discretions against other people that are bound to happen on maybe a daily basis. Because part of the problem is that we are interpreting many of the same things that we want coming from polarized viewpoints or polarized paths to that end. And if we can realize that the end is a harmony, is a family, then we can work towards that, all of these tiny little steps of the way. We will encounter those who are going to want war and hatred and all this sort of stuff, and we need to be steadfast in love against that. Or, not against, because it's not about against. We need to be steadfast in love with that. We have to love our enemies. We have to love those who hate, and we have to love those who hate us. It is so important. And we have to forgive ourselves for the times that we want to or do say fuck you to a person, because we're at boiling point times. We need to be forgiving with all of ourselves. And the more we're forgiving, the less we'll have those moments. The more we'll be able to connect with a compassionate response to our neighbors, to our surroundings, to everybody. And it starts with all of us caring it just a little bit, and being in humility. I mean, it's like caring is one of those things that will help to bring us all from all walks of life, all particular avenues of artistic ability or talent or scientific knowledge, all together. And it really can work. So that all being said, I will say, after what we've heard from our leaders in recent times, we need to realize that words are words and actions are actions. And if we're really going to separate or stop this separation of polarity that has divided us as a nation, as a people, as a world, as a planet, then we have to do it with the true actions. And if our leaders are going to believe that, then they need to start making their own amends for the things that they have done through distributing the wealth to the people that can grow with it, so that we can all come closer together to really realize the beauty of human consciousness. Thank you everybody for listening. And thank you everybody for your ear and your time and everything you do. I love you all. I love you all.
Very nice. Art for truth. Art for truth.